Hey everybody, welcome to This Week in Sports. I'm Sean. So Maya Moore led the Minnesota Lynx to their second WNBA championship in 3 years. She was the MVP. They swept the Atlanta Dream in 3 games. They are the first team to win, essentially be undefeated in the playoffs since 2010 Seattle Storm. They pretty much just stormed through the competition. Maya Moore said that this is the championship the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be tough, and when it got tough, we played up to it. Congratulations, Maya Moore has really, been burning through the NBA the last 3 years, winning 2 championships. She's just been a great pick-me-up for that Minnesota club. So congratulations to the Minnesota Lynx and their WNBA championship. On the other side of the coin, in the NBA, Kobe Bryant took a little trip to Germany this past week. He flew out to Germany to have the plasma treatment done so he could help heal up his knee. He's been having some issues with his knee. He's 36 years old, and he's having some, his body's slowing down a bit. He's, coming back from tearing his Achilles. He's in pretty much constant recovery training and working it out to help it heal. But he also has the knee issue. He has tons of issues going on. So he went over there, got some treatment. I'm pretty sure this is one of those treatments that isn't legal in the United States. He already had one, I think it was last year during the season. He took a quick trip over there and had the treatment done. So with I think it was stem cells. So here we go. He's on the forefront of medicine to help his body get back to playing shape. They say he's still weeks away from playing. I find that very hard to believe, because he tore it at the end of the season, and now he's only weeks away after 6 months. Oh my gosh, that's really fast, especially for an Achilles injury. And considering that he hasn't been exercising because of that, other than running on a special treadmill, he hasn't been able to fully exercise himself. I really don't think that he is weeks away from playing. This is an injury that takes a lot of time to recover from. You don't even see football players coming back from this in the span of a year, maybe. Usually it's about 10 to 12 months. So we'll see what happens though, because Kobe is, like I said, he's getting these treatments on the forefront of all this medicine right now. So we'll see if this helps him out and helps him get back to playing shape pretty fast. So the UFC just handed out a lifetime ban to Rousimar Palhares this past week. He won his fight on this past Wednesday on the Fox, the free fights. He won with a heel hook. It was a submission in about a minute of fight, first minute of the fight. He is known for this grapple. He's a jiu-jitsu fighter, and he goes to this grapple a lot, this submission a lot. What he did though is that he got it in and held on to it after his competitor, his opponent Mike Pierce, had already tapped. The ref had already jumped on them to break it up, and he was still holding it. So because of this and because of previous actions, he actually did the same thing to another fighter, Thomas Duval, and he did the same thing, held on to it too long. He was suspended 90 days for that one. And actually, he also tested positive for elevated testosterone back in December this past year. So he's had a lot of infractions in the UFC, and this one combined with the same action against Duval, these are major incidents because this submission is highly regarded as a very dangerous submission, and it's not even always allowed in every competition for grappling competitions. Palhares says that he respects the UFC's decision. He had no malicious intent of hurting Pierce, and he just goes out because to fight and win and end the fight, and that's what he's trying to do. Now, if you want to read into that, end the fight, that kind of he gets a little zealous with that hold sometimes, and this is what happens. And now he's dug himself into a hole that I don't know if he's ever going to get out of there. Because of his actions and the viciousness of this submission, it's going to be really hard for him to get back into the UFC at any time soon. As I said it before last week, right now is the best time in sports because you have 4 sports going on. You got the NHL, NBA, NFL, and the MLB. Speaking of the MLB, you got the AL and the NL Championship Series about to start this weekend. Really happy. You got 4 good teams going in there. In the AL, you have the Boston Red Sox, Detroit Tigers going against each other. In the NL, you have the LA Dodgers and the St. Louis Cardinals back in there. St. Louis Cardinals are the first team to reach the championship series for the 3rd straight time since the Yankees back in the late 90s. So this is a big accomplishment for them. But like I said, this is a very exciting time for Major League Baseball. I'm really happy. Sports in general is just awesome this time of the year. And to catch you guys up on the President's Cup news that I talked about last week, the U.S. won again. They won 18-15 this year. Tiger Woods made the last point, beating his guy. He actually had the best record out of all the individual U.S. players, going 4-1 over the period of the President's Cup. And so the U.S. won again. They all had a great time, and it was really relaxed over that last day. Phil Mickelson and Angel Cabrera really just doing some, really kind of crazy and sloppy play, but they all had a good time, and the U.S. won, and that's all that matters. So that's it for this week in sports, guys. Remember to click the like, share, subscribe buttons down below. Leave your questions, comments, and inquiries in the comment section down below, and let's get this conversation started off right. We'll see you next time.